Yo, what's going on? Brad here from the Jurassic Park Podcast. Today, we're going to do a little bit of a live stream for you guys. I am using some new software here, so this is all me on the fly, having no idea if this is going to work out, if this is going to work at all. I have no idea. This is all one big test. But yeah, we're gonna try to do this. The live stream is on. And if you guys want to talk, make sure to hit up the live chat on the side. We're going to be talking about Jurassic World, the ride out in Universal Studios Hollywood. So I don't know if you guys saw, but they just recently opened up for soft openings for technical rehearsals over at Jurassic World, the ride. So Hollywood is abuzz right now because this is our first look. You know, I think it came up yesterday was the first time. I think they were doing some employees and also some VIP tours and stuff like that. And then later on, I believe they opened it up for everybody. Soft opened. So soft openings basically mean if there's anybody in that vicinity, in that area, you're more than welcome to go and give the ride a test. It's not officially open, but it's a soft opening. So they're still in technical rehearsals, which means that they can shut it down at any time. Things aren't 100%. Some of the effects aren't working. Some of the animatronics might not be fully ready to go. They still might have a little bit of time left before the ride is officially opened. So right now it's in technical rehearsals, but we do have our first look at what these technical rehearsals are all about, what everybody is seeing in this attraction. And man, does it look good. I think it looks pretty good. There's some issues here and there I have with it, but overall, as far as the attraction is concerned, I think it's a major upgrade over what we had before. Jurassic Park, the ride, was certainly lower on the totem pole, even lower than Jurassic Park River Adventure down in Orlando. I think the ride out in Hollywood definitely was kind of left to fall apart and just not be up to the standards that we're used to for theme parks. So they got to this one first, they updated it, and now it looks pretty good, I think. There's a lot of really, really cool elements, some that could definitely change, that we maybe would like to see more things added to it. At this point, who knows? Word on the street is maybe there's room for adding some things that we're not seeing just yet, but don't take that as a quote or anything realistic at this point. What we see is what we get right now. That's what we're expecting, but who knows? Maybe they'll add some different elements as the soft openings continue on. We'll see. Yeah, so everybody over in the live chat, anybody who's watching this right now, this is, like I said, this is all still a work in progress here, so we're trying to figure out this live stream with the new software, but I'm excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the aspects of the ride itself. I have a slideshow here. Let's see. We have some images here that are from the Daily Woo, so Adam the Woo over on YouTube. He is a huge YouTuber when it comes to theme parks, so he is always out at the parks showcasing all the newest and latest stuff. You have the Craniacs, so Craniacs have a YouTube channel out there, and Ryan Theme Parks. So all these images that you're about to see all come straight from their YouTubes and stuff like that, so we can actually get a look. We also will be looking at some images over on Twitter, so people who've been posting pictures on Twitter, we're going to take a look at some of those as well. So let's go ahead and see what we can do as far as the what is this thing called? The slideshow. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. The slideshow is concerned. So the slideshow is up and ready to go. Let's go ahead and transition that in. So, ooh, hey, look at that. I see blue. Can we skim through this? I want to get through this actually real quick. Don't mind the fast-paced video here, but this is all the same videos. So this is obviously not working the way I intended it to, because there was way more images. So let me see if I can fix this real quick. But in the meantime, take a look at that awesome image back there. What is going on with this slideshow here? I have a lot of pictures here. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so I don't know if that fixed anything, but let's start. Nope, of course not. Of course not. So I don't know why that's not working. See, this, like I said, this is a complete test because I have no idea what's happening here. So I don't know why, but there's a lot of images ready to go here, but they're just not popping up. Well, that's a bummer. Sorry, let me just try to fix this. All right. We got that on. All right, let's randomize it. Let's see if that messes anything up. All right, I don't know. But, okay, I think we're maybe getting some different ones. No, all still the same ones. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix this. Well, I can't. So, this is what live streams are all about, right? So look, I'm watching my live stream right now, and it's just like image after image just circling around. Oh, this is hilarious. All right, so we'll just jump to what I have right here, at least for the time being. We do see that the Indominus Rex is in the ride, right? We got the Indominus Rex up there, as you can see. My finger is like trying to point at it. So when you're at the top of the lift hill, the Indominus Rex, right before you go off the cliff and dive down, the Indominus Rex is off to your left. So, well, over on this side of the screen. The T-Rex is in the same spot that it always has been, so directly in front of the drop, which I think you can see in one of these images here that I have. So there's the Indominus again. Okay, so yeah, right here. So the T-Rex, right where you see that up above me, is actually where the drop is. So you would drop down right over there. And then the Indominus is off to the side over here. And they're supposed to be battling, but that doesn't seem to really be the case. They just seem to be there together. The Indominus really isn't doing too much just yet. Now, I'm thinking that, when it comes to, animatronics and theme parks, there's usually an A mode and a B mode. A would typically be, fully operational. You get to see the full range of motion. B, it typically means maybe there could be either something wrong and it's not fully operational, or they're just running it in B mode to try to get through things to make it a little bit quicker and easier instead of running the full operation. So in this case, I think maybe because we are in technical rehearsals, this thing is just starting up, I'm thinking that maybe that Indominus Rex over there is in B mode because we're really not getting much from that thing. It's pretty much just bobbing its head, and that's about it. It's got a little bit of a roar going, but the T-Rex is in full motion, kind of coming forward like it always did, and it looks beautiful. Man, does that thing look good. It really, really does look good. I mean, the Indominus looks great as well, but I'm thinking that it's in B mode, so I don't really know what's going on there. But I don't know. There's actually two moments, which, of course, I can't bring up here, where the Indominus Rex pops up. So actually, here we have a Dilophosaurus. So inside the attraction, when you're in the show building towards the end, there is actually two Dilophosaurus animatronics in there. So previously, I believe there was two animatronics, Dilophosaurus. One was I think in a boat or something like that, and the other one was, where was the other one? I don't know, maybe somewhere inside as well, I forget, or maybe off in the bushes, I don't remember, but there was two previously, and now there is two again. I'm just assuming that those are both repurposed from the previous versions, so that's probably what you're seeing there. I'm trying to fix this, slideshow thing as we speak here, but I don't know if this is going to work again, but we'll give it a shot in just a second. I just got to resize some stuff here. Bear with me. But I think the Dilophosaurus both look pretty good, so I'm not worried about them. I know sometimes the animatronics previously were a little wonky. These ones look pretty good though right now. Obviously, it's just literally the first 2 days of operation here, so yeah, we got the Indominus Rex again. Let's see. I'm gonna try to slide this new slideshow up, see if this makes any kind of difference here. All right, let's try to get this thing in here. So it doesn't seem to want to go through any of my other pictures. I really don't know why. If anybody's watching this, hey, why isn't it working? Oh, that's so ridiculous. Stupid slideshow just literally doesn't want to play anything else. That's really weird. That's really, really weird. But what are you going to do? All right, so we're gonna take an audible here. Oh, wait, actually, let's look at blue. So I think we have blue here. Oh yeah, so I'm still on. Sorry, I gotta transition this over. This is, like I said, this is all happening on the fly because I've never used this before. So all right, so we do have blue. That doesn't necessarily look like blue all that much, but I'm sure when you're in the actual attraction, it probably does look a lot better. It's hard to tell in these videos. The playback doesn't always look as crystal clear as it does in person. So we do have a moving animatronic of blue. So that thing that you see there does kind of slide around a little bit. Usually they're just on like a little stanchion that kind of moves around and turns and swivels. And it actually, the raptor does bark towards the Indominus, kind of like you do see in Jurassic World. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's that. Let me see if I can transition this over. We're going to look at some stuff over on Twitter for the time being, since I can't get this stupid slideshow to work. Oh, God. All right. All right, so transitioning in here, we do have Twitter. Sorry, so technical rehearsals. You see, let's see, this picture here is from Justin Martin. He is one of the workers that was working on the, let's see, it says here, field art director. So that's pretty cool. The place looks beautiful. I think it looks really good. Let's see. Oh, look at the wait time. We got a wait time of 240 minutes. Man, that's a long time. That's a long time. Hey, would you wait? Would you wait the 240 minutes? Mike Tobin is like, yo, you see my comments? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not reading the comments, man. I'll get around to them. But let's see here. All right. Oh, so here we get a kind of blurry shot. Hey, here's Jen posting about Bryce Dallas Howard. You can see her there in the control room. So it's interesting. I don't know if that's a fully representative control room from the film or not, but it looks really, really good. It looks fantastic. And there she is in her gear, you know, that you see her in Jurassic World, the white outfit. So that's really cool. You got a photo op pickup here. You got different packages that you can get. That's pretty cool. Oh, and this is nice. Also from Jen. She posted, in the queue, there's actually these very, very long videos. So that's really cool. I like that aspect ratio there. And it's basically like watching NBC or something, like the Today Show. It kind of looks like, at least. But I forget what it was called, but it was like Jurassic News or something like that. I saw on one of the screens. So you have a reporter here talking to Bryce as Claire and Chris Pratt as Owen. And it looks like they were kind of just talking about the attractions. It was very, very hard to make out the audio in a lot of these videos. But it's so cool that they got them back together. And it's funny because technically this should be placed before Jurassic World, the downfall and all that. At least in Jurassic World, I got the impression that they hadn't seen each other for a while, but maybe I was wrong there. Maybe that wasn't the case. But here we have them probably, I guess this could be anywhere, honestly, as I'm like working through it in my mind without having seen the audio or heard the audio or seen the footage like in person. Maybe there's some sort of like context clue there about when this takes place. Not that this is canon or anything, but it's interesting to see them interacting. And even Claire in this moment, like I think Chris Pratt or Owen puts his arm around her and just kind of like jokes and stuff. And she's like, oh, get off me. Like Claire would at that point. So that's really funny. I do appreciate that. Here we have some cool pictures. So this is from Orlando Park Pass. I think the pictures come from Theme Park Justin, but this is great. This baby puppet, you can call this a puppet, of a raptor. So I don't know if this is specifically supposed to be one of the Raptor Squad raptors or anything. Timeline-wise, while this entire thing is a mess, if that is a Raptor Squad member, that makes it even more of a mess. So who knows? But it is beautiful either way. I love the look of this raptor. I know a lot of people are saying the sickle claw does not seem to be present, and I do tend to agree with that. Even though a lot of the renders and stuff like that from Fallen Kingdom kind of show it just this way as well. So I think there maybe could have been something done to kind of indicate it was a sickle, but maybe that's just the render they went with. So, but it does look beautiful. Here we have another picture of it. Wow, man, that thing's great. So to spoil some of it here, you guys can, I don't know, you can't see the mouse here, but on the guy's glove that you see under the raptor, there's no hand in that glove. So it's basically just a puppet hand holding it right there. And his hand is just inside the dinosaur, probably operating it and doing movements and stuff like that. So that's awesome. It's fantastic for kids and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's really, really cool. Looks so beautiful. Great paint job on there. Really, really cool looking eye. That's fantastic. Here. So this is some stuff I couldn't showcase before because my slideshow wasn't working. But we have the interior, which is right up the lift hill. You go up the lift hill in the attraction, and the first thing you encounter is the Mosasaurus tank. So I think this Mosasaurus tank is beautiful looking. At least for me, in a ride through video, point of view video from a ride, it looks like there's depth. It really does. I feel at least a sense of depth. You see the coral in the background, or I'm always getting my directions mixed up because for me it's over here, but for you it's this way. No, this way. So you see the coral under the tail over there. It has a sense of depth, and even the coral actually in front. So I think that's also what gives it a sense of depth, also with the fish and stuff like that up in the corner as well. And then the Mosasaurus is really, really giant. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, well, it doesn't look very giant. I don't know. I just don't get a sense of scale. But you have to remember how big this area is. So let me see if there's a better one. No, I don't see a better one here, of course. But you have to remember what I'm trying to say is the sense of scale for this room is giant because this is the entire section where the Ultrasaurs were before. So the long, very long neck dinosaur, Brachiosaurus type dinosaur that was out there. That was a very, very long stretch of waterway up until you got to that rock work that you went under. So you have to remember how big that is. Now, this doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense theoretically, like when you're talking about Jurassic World and where does this river ride take place in Jurassic World? Nobody knows. There was never a river raft ride that went through the Mosasaurus tank, literally directly through it, because on your left-hand side you have this, and on the other side you have some other water scenes. So the Mosasaurus can actually go under your like waterway and you can see it on the other side as well. So it's very, very cool what they've done. Now you also do get to see some cracks up there. See, I'm always doing the wrong side. Some cracks, like kind of like right above where the eye is on the top of the head. There's like the Mosasaurus actually smashes into the tank, which you've seen in the trailer, and cracks it. And also, I think maybe it shoots over. I think it can go over top, or something like that, or splash. So it actually splashes a lot of water on you as well, which is very, very cool. There was an underwater observatory in the film. No, see, Jurassic Room, that's not what I'm talking about. Yes, there was an underwater observatory, but that was just a path, like a seating area that went down. This is a full attraction that rides through a waterway. Like, so this is literally a narrow waterway of only this path. There's no stadium seating or anything like that. It's literally tanks on either side, so you can see the water on both sides there. Let me see. Let me work on this. I don't know if I don't know. Honestly, don't know why this slideshow is not working. Because I should be able to show you everything, but of course it doesn't want to. Let me see if there's any kind of... No. I don't know. You know what I'll do? I'm just going to stream the desktop area here. So let me get rid of some of this stuff. Hold on one second here. I'm going to make it so you guys can see the full thing in just 1 second. Because I feel like it'll give you a better sense of what exactly is going on. So don't mind the display here for a second. I'm just going to transition this over and get rid of this real quick. Whoa! All right, so let's look at these pictures here. I have a lot of screenshots. So first off here, all right, so I think you guys are seeing this. Let me just double check. Where did it go? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you guys got it. It's working now. Not the slideshow I intended, but it's going to work. So, yeah, this is a pretty big area right here that you see, and there's tanks on both sides there. And it just looks like there's so much depth to that the waterway, and you can actually see the water on top, and the sunlight coming down and how bright the water is. So that is really, really cool. There's another shot of the Mosasaurus. It's actually eating a shark. So there's like a full, probably like a great white or something like that, and it just goes ahead and eats the thing. There it is again, cracking the glass. Let's see here. What do we got here? Oh, cracking the glass again and riding by. You can kind of get a sense of scale there. These windows are pretty big. I don't know how large specifically, but we also have a backward shot here. So this is a great sense of how long it is. You have three to four, I think 3 windows there, 4 windows maybe, on either side. And yeah, man, I just love it. It looks like a great sense of depth. I can't say that word, and I just love how awesome it looks. Yeah, that is really, really cool. So let's see what else we got here. All right, so we do have a baby Stegosaurus up on top of a little ridge right there after you come through that tunnel at the end of the Mosasaurus pond area. So they finally added something up there now. It looks pretty great. I like that a lot. You also do have the adult Stegosaurus. Now, this is the same thing that was there previously. What they've done is they've reskinned it. They've actually like tightened up the animatronic a little bit and made it more realistic, I think. It looks really, really good to me. I'm very happy with this, the way this looks. So that is good for me. What else do we have here? Ooh, we have a Parasaurolophus sticking its head out. So this, I don't believe this was here before, but this is kind of like a carryover from Orlando. It kind of bumps you off course. I think previously in California there was the crashed boat and that was about it. I don't think this thing crashed you off course. Maybe I'm wrong, but that thing looks pretty good. I really like the way that thing looks. Yeah, maybe it looks a little silly with the water coming out of its nose, but this is a Universal ride, and they got to get you a little wet. So let's see what else we have here. All right, so this is where it gets a little interesting for me. You would think when you're updating the Jurassic World attraction, you would get rid of the Jurassic Park elements. And here they did not. So they left the raptor pen, which this is certainly one of the most iconic things from the movies, from the first movie. But I think it sort of feels out of place, if you ask me. And a lot of people, I would say. They added all this concrete elements here around the, you go through this big concrete enclosure here, and then there's a giant concrete enclosure on the other side as well. But they just left this raptor paddock right here. Now, personally, I would have rather them have taken that out completely. While amazing as it is, I would have rather them taken that out and put in maybe the new raptor paddock. The new raptor cage, and maybe had some sort of animatronics or something that showcases something. I don't know, something from the movies. Maybe that Owen scene with him kind of, warding off the raptors in his pose. Maybe that would have been good there. But instead we have this random Jurassic Park element next to the Indominus Rex enclosure. So when you so on the other side of the raptor paddock, you have the sign for Predator Cove, and you see it is pretty brutal. That's kind of gruesome right there. Now, you have all these park supply boxes and first aid kits all destroyed and bloody. There is a lot of blood here. So you see all the scratch marks from the Indominus Rex, and there's a lot of blood in the scratch marks as well. And you do see the pteranodons just torn apart there. So that's pretty interesting. I'm not sure why they went that route, to be honest. The pteranodons look very fake from videos. Again, this is all from videos. I can't really speak to how good this looks in person, but I'm not really loving the pteranodons here. I think we have another shot of them. Oops. There we go. There's another little shot. You see some wings broken off down below, but it kind of just looks rubbery, and it just looks like a fake prop, kind of like a cheap horror maze or something like that. So yeah, I'm not loving that. To be honest, I would have loved some actual animatronic pteranodons right there. Like, that would have been amazing. That would have been really, really cool to have some actual pteranodons or dimorphodons right there as well. But I do think this is an interesting area. I love the Predator Cove sign. I think that looks phenomenal. I would have been okay with all these slashes and stuff like that, but this area needs a little bit something else. It's just not really fully doing it for me. So I'm going to skip ahead here because, well, what's this one? Oh, this is going back to the beginning, right before the Mosasaurus pond. You have the When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth. It's very, very blurry, I know, sorry. But this is from above the when to past Earth over here, you have an actual Mosasaurus spine, essentially, and head. So that's pretty cool. It's funny that it says When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth because that's not a dinosaur. But I get what they're going for. It's nice. So here's another shot from front row on the ride. You have the paddock there for the raptor, and also the Indominus Rex paddock right next to it. Again, theoretically, this makes no sense canon-wise or story-wise, but there it is. And you see monitor there on the wall. There's also other monitors all over the place. Once you hit this portion on the ride, there's just monitors all over. Probably too many. I think there's just a little too many, to be honest. But I love the way this Indominus Rex paddock looks. It looks pretty cool. It's very beaten up. Kind of resembles what you see in the movie. Kind of. So you'd have to assume that's where it broke out. Owen ran away from it, but there was, of course, no water ride in front of where Owen ran. So playing fast and loose with the canon here. That's just the way it goes. So you round that corner like I said, there's more monitors. You see Claire, you see Owen and stuff like that on some of these monitors. The Indominus, I guess, is just trying to find a way out. So it's scratching up everything. You see the T-Rex Kingdom up there. I've been talking for a while. I got to take a drink here. So yeah, not much to see here. It's just a pathway. But this section from, the raptor enclosure there, all the way around that bend until you get up the lift. Oh no, even past up the lift, there's nothing happening. Absolutely nothing. So I'm really, really hoping that maybe there's something that they can add. There's a little bit of shaking movement in the trees in the raptor paddock. I don't know, maybe there's something in the Indominus Rex paddock. I don't know, but I need a little something here outside of a monitor. Just saying like, oh no, we have a breakout. You guys need to carefully keep yourself inside the boat and do all this stuff. Listen to what we're saying. So I need something. There needs to be some sort of movement here because it as far as I can tell, it seems a little boring of a section. I don't know. I'm not sure what you really add. Maybe you add something in the Indominus Rex paddock, maybe like an arm or something. I don't know. I don't even know what you do, but I think like the animatronics on the left-hand side would have done pretty well, or if you had bulldozed the raptor paddock and added something from the movies, that could have been pretty cool. All right, so now we're moving into T-Rex Kingdom, and this is cool. I really like the graphics here on the side. That's pretty awesome. It looks like maybe some gate is smashed on the left-hand side, on this side, right? I think I got it right. I don't really love that graphic on the right-hand side. Over here, I don't love that graphic of the T-Rex. It looks like it's the long neck T-Rex graphic. Oh, no, I hope not. I hope it's just a perspective thing. Oh, man. That's pretty upsetting if it is. That's not too good. There's this random weird long neck T-Rex graphic that is used on merchandise and packaging, food packaging, stuff like that. And it seems like that's the one. So that's kind of upsetting. And it's always so goofy looking. One thing I kind of dislike about the current iteration of Jurassic World and their marketing and stuff like that is that they use these full renders for their in-park experience here in Jurassic World in Hollywood. When I think about these renders for these dinosaurs, I can't really think of a theme park or a zoo or something that is using these super high resolution renders of their animals or whatever it may be in their parks. I would more rather an obstructed picture or something that looks like a nature picture, not just a render of a CGI render. Now, I know we're supposed to not believe it's CGI. It's supposed to be the real dinosaur, but I can't get it out of my head that it's just a CG render on the walls there. Now, they use them also in Jurassic Cafe and maybe some other places. I'm not sure. But that is something I kind of wish they maybe took some more like natural pictures of it in a habitat or something like that. Kind of like when you would see, like, if they're going to promote a new gorilla exhibit or something, they wouldn't have some high-resolution render of a gorilla. They would actually have a picture of it in the preserve or something like that. So let's move on here. We're going inside, I think. Or what is this? This one? Oh, yeah, we're going to go inside. So as you're going up the lift hill, you see all these monitors. There's monitors all over the place, and Owen is like, keep your hands inside the vehicle at all times. Here's another one. You guys need to be careful. We've got a containment alert. Welcome to the T-Rex Kingdom, all at the same time. So I'm ridiculous, I know. There it is again. What is this? So this here, another monitor, containment alert. This is the same raptor that was used previously. So I can't really tell, honestly, what's going on with the skin on this raptor. It doesn't necessarily look like a Jurassic World raptor. It kind of looks like just another same old reskin of the previous version. At least this time, the hands are grasping a wire. I don't know if they previously were in other iterations. I know some of these little instances change, but previously I have seen it with the claws just out, and it kind of shakes and jiggles, and it kind of looks super fake. So at least they've got this thing with, wrapped around the wire. Sparks are igniting and stuff like that. So it's kind of goofy, sliding down. I don't necessarily love that, but what are you going to do? They needed something for that portion, so they just did the same thing that they did before. Over here we have, a big Indominus Rex head pops down. That is super, super awesome. It looks fantastic. It's just a giant head popping down, but looks really, really cool. I'll get that up there for you guys again, but you can see the detail is super high on this thing. The teeth look awesome. I like the coloring there. You get a little bit of blue lighting on the thing. You got the eye there. It looks awesome. It just looks like a great sculpt. I'm really, really loving it. What else do we got here? Still inside. One of the cool things about this area, so when it went up that incline, it was very industrial. It still is, I think, right? Let's go back and look at this again. Yeah, that's pretty industrial looking. And this one, also industrial. It's just a little bit darker, I think, than it used to be. It was a bit shinier and stuff before, but now it looks to be more dark. But when you get to the top of the lift hill, it's no longer like a plant of any sort, like a facility. It's actually T-Rex Kingdom. So they have the big logs, the trees, and all that stuff. I really do like this. I think this is pretty fantastic. This is one of those great upgrades to this attraction because while the facility was cool and all, I think this is awesome. You're getting more into the natural habitat of these dinosaurs. It's odd that there's just random dinosaurs all in the T-Rex Kingdom. I don't know what you're gonna do there, why they're all there. It's like, hey pals, let's just all go out to T-Rex Kingdom. So you have the Dilophosaurus heading out there, palling up, spitting water all over everybody. You have one there. This one is off to the left-hand side as you come up the lift hill and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And then you do, let's see what else we have. We have another one on the right-hand side, a little bit farther. It's very, very dark up here, very dark. They have some mood lighting, as you can tell. Sorry, I know these pictures are not all that great. We're working off of YouTube videos. Again, these are all from the Daily Woo, Adam Woo there, Craniacs, and I'm reading my notes, Ryan Theme Park. So that's pretty cool. And here we have Blue again. We did look at Blue earlier in my slideshow that was not working. Thank you for not working, but here we're doing it on the fly. So again, the pictures aren't so great, so we can't really tell much about Blue, but she looks pretty good. This is definitely a Jurassic World looking raptor here. And like I said, she kind of moves around the area there. You see her in one pose there. You also do see her in a different pose here. And she does bark at the Indominus Rex across the way. So it's very, very cool. And here we have the Indominus Rex. Like I said, it's off to the left. And then I'll get past these since we already showcased these. There it is, growling. It kind of just bobs its head a little bit. It does not fight like we had initially intended, but like I said, I think this is probably in B mode. That's my assumption. Don't quote me. I think it's probably in B mode. And maybe once the ride actually opens up, or maybe once we progress with technical rehearsals, maybe we'll get back to A mode or something like that with a bit more range of motion. And there it is, the T-Rex there, just before you go down the waterfall again. So I would like to see these get a little bit closer. Personally, I would have loved it if this attraction did what Dinosaur the Ride does in Orlando, where the Carnotaurus actually stalks your vehicle and you like feel the impacts and hear it. It's so loud and you know that thing is racing after you. That is such a terrifying moment for Dinosaur the Ride in Animal Kingdom at Disney World. I would have loved if this did the same thing and kind of trounced out and then you screamed and roared and maybe slashed or something like that. As far as the behind the scenes videos and stuff were concerned, there should be more to this Indominus Rex. It looks like there should be arms. I don't know. We can't really see them here, but and I haven't seen them in any videos or anything. I've only seen the head. So I am thinking that this thing will probably come out a little bit farther. We'll see those arms and the full body, because we have the full body. We know it exists. It was in the behind-the-scenes stuff. So let's actually get this thing back on track here. So excuse this for a second here. We're going to get Twitter back up and running. And get my video capture up here. So, is this working? Transition over? No? Oh, no, that's my video. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this right. Duh. All right, let's see if this works now. Twitter, where are you? Twitter, where did you go? There you are. All right. We're getting there. We're doing this on the fly. Here we go. Back in it. Now we're going to look back at Twitter again, see what's going on. I want to see what is happening in this live chat. Is anybody in here still? Oh, there's a lot going on. Oh, yeah, there's a lot going on here. Sorry, guys. Wow, you guys have been commenting like crazy. Thank you so much. Yeah, maybe I'll get to them if I can, if I have some time here at the end. But, yeah, let's continue taking a look here at Twitter, see what's going on here. All right, so we got some more shots here of the entrance. You see people are look to be heading over that direction. That's pretty cool. And what's this? So here we go. Actually, while I was just talking about this, we know that there's more to that animatronic. So, yeah, I wonder. Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll stick with the Indominus, because here is the Indominus Rex head. So I can't tell if this is the top, the one that comes from above, or if it's the one that is on the side. But we do have the Indominus Rex head there. We did look at this in a previous live stream. But this is the more interesting shot here, because you do see a hand. And then I think underneath you can actually see over in the corner down below, underneath the claw, you see more of an arm. So probably the other arm, because you see those quills on the bottom of the arm. So, and then of course above the hand, you see the full body. And there's an attachment there for leg. So we should see that more of that Indominus Rex body. I'm going to bet it gets a lot closer to your vehicle once A mode is turned on. So that's what I'm going with. You guys want to follow along with me and stick to that. I think that's a good plan. I think A mode will be on the way. And we did speculate about this as well. So we have mom stegs and baby stegs. You do see in this image again, we looked at this last time. That is the underside of underneath. What is underneath the Stegosaurus animatronic? So that is very, very cool. You don't always get to see the inner workings of an animatronic like that. So that is fantastic. I know it's over here, guys. I still get my directions set up here. But that is very, very cool. I love seeing that. Unskinned Stegosaurus. That sounds really gory, but no, you know what I mean. Another thing that they pointed out here is the raptor encounter. So you see the raptor encounter over here. It has 2 doors on it. I don't know. I haven't seen it actually take place. But again, it looks like this is a free-roaming raptor, which boggles my mind. Because to me, it doesn't necessarily look all that great out and surrounded by nothing. This needs to be enclosed. It needs to have ferns and fauna surrounding it. Fauna? Yeah, I don't know. Ferns. We'll just say ferns and trees and plants. Stuff like that. It needs to be surrounding this thing. So instead, it's just out in the open. Kind of a bummer for me. Because the one in Orlando looks so good, surrounded by all the plants. But yeah, I think that's about it. Here's a little bit of the queue from Preston at Disney. He's in a 4-hour line there. So that's what we saw before with the time. You see those very, very thin monitors up above. So they have a lot of different graphics, it seems. There's something fun going on there. And you see a dinosaur size chart there, and love that size chart. You see that thing a lot. I think it's at like the exhibition. It'll probably be showcased more at Jurassic World Live Tour. So it's a cool looking queue. I mean, nothing too fancy or anything, but I do love that there's videos and stuff like that throughout the queue. That's very, very cool. But yeah, now we're going back quite a ways. Let's see if there's any updates since. I don't think so, but no, that's about it. So yeah, that's what we're looking at there. So, yeah, I might as well go ahead and try to close this thing out for you guys. So, I'm glad you guys, stuck around through all this craziness that happened with the live stream and the slideshow and stuff like that. I'm sorry I couldn't get the slideshow to work perfectly early on, but I think we worked through it. We got through it. Quickly, I'm going to run through some of these comments over here. Oh, man, you guys really talked it up over here, so let me take a look. Let me get this. All right, so I know Mike Tobin was trying to say some stuff before, so let me get to him first here. Mike says, what I would have done differently is make the Cretaceous cruise. Instead of the para, we have a Barry or a Suchomimus. Get rid of the raptor pen and make it look like an aviary. Use rear projection. Yeah. I like that idea of the aviary. That would have been very, very cool. Again, I think that area would just, even if it was a new raptor pen or anything, I think either way, it's just kind of cramped, right? Even with the old raptor pen, it's just kind of cramped in there. So I don't know. The aviary would have to be huge. So I don't know how they would have done that, but I appreciate that idea. I really like that idea. As far as the other dinosaurs, yeah, it would have been cool to see something else, but I'm okay with what they did. I wish there was some other things in that section in particular. Cohen Huffer says, it's good that they brought in Bryce and Chris. Yep, it's awesome. It's awesome that they got them in there. They also have BD Wong in there, so keep an eye out for BD Wong. So, yeah, Cohen Huffer also says, looks cool, a bit of a shame that they used the old herbivores. They look a bit old and weathered. Well, they shouldn't. They're brand new. The skins are brand new. They're not going to look old and weathered. Maybe that's just dinosaurs for you. They're brand new, so they're all reskinned. So and they're tightened up, which hopefully they keep up with them. That's the problem with having these animatronics out in the elements with the rain, storms, wind, water, sun. Sun is the harshest thing for them, so they do tend to fade very quickly and get looser and stuff like that and start to get baggier. So they can do only so much with those outdoor ones. So if they were to add, like Mike had said, a Baryonyx or a Suchomimus, it just would have been too much, probably too much. Cohen Huffer again says, the screens look amazing. Jurassic Room says, the Mosasaurus is the best new part in my opinion. I think they should have added more CGI panels to make up for more variations in species through animatronics. Huh? I think they should have added more CGI panels to make up for more variations. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. But if they, so you want maybe more CGI panels in different sections, maybe to just showcase other dinosaurs. I think there would have been a lot of complaints if that was the case. If you had different panels and stuff showcasing other dinosaurs instead of animatronics, people would have really, really complained about that. So I'm not sure if that's the way you were going, but people would have really hated that. Trust me. In the theme park community, screens, especially at Universal, gets a ton of hate. So Jurassic Room also says, counting the mosasaur and the dead pteranodons, there are now 6 carnivores and 2 herbivores. Sure. I don't know. I didn't do a count. We have, we're starting from the beginning. We have the Mosasaurus. We have Stegosaurus baby, Stegosaurus mom, Parasaurolophus. Then we have maybe like 2 or 3 dead pteranodons. So that's 4 different species, 5 total maybe. 5 or 6 total. Then you have 2 Dilophosaurus, 2 raptors, and 1 Indominus and 1 T-Rex. So I just did not count that at all, but that's what you have. Let's see here. So Master Builder 164 Gaming and Reviews says, would have been better if it started as if you were in the surface, stop the boat, and have the screens go underwater as if you were in the little stadium in the movie just started. Yeah, I mean, capacity-wise, oh my God, Tal, what are you doing, man? $10. Hey, man. I mean, appreciate it. You're crazy, dude. What are you doing? What is going on here? So I'm going to skip right to Tal, the traveling clat. He's a buddy of mine, and he's giving me $10. I don't know. He says, this is the best Jurassic podcast in the universe. I really like the reskin of the ride. I think it looks dope, and kids nowadays growing up with it will love it. Yeah, man, I think it looks pretty good. I agree with you. I totally agree. I have seen a lot of complaints from Jurassic fans, some from theme parks fans. Theme park fans have been more accepting of this, which I find interesting. I find that very, very interesting because usually community members are very, very critical of stuff like this. It's been like Jurassic fans hating on it for some odd reason. And then it's like theme park fans are like, it's good. It could have added more. And then probably the general public and, kids and stuff like that are just absolutely loving this. So I really do think you're right there, Tal, that kids are going to love it. They really, really will. Just seeing the Indominus Rex, seeing the Mosasaurus, my God, as a kid, that would just blow me away. I know, I have seen some complaints about screens and stuff and using the Mosasaurus. Why is there not a Mosasaurus animatronic? That is just impossible. That's just impossible. You're talking about a 60-foot plus creature that has to look natural and realistic. It's just not possible. So the use of screens there, kids are going to freak out. And you have to remember, which we haven't, I don't think we've really seen it in the videos. The boat, which also probably goes to B mode for this attraction right now, the boat will shake. It'll shake a little bit. So once that Mosasaurus hits, it's shaking. So that's going to be really cool. So Tal, this is the best Jurassic podcast in the universe. Plus. So plus what? Plus other universes? Or is that just a typo? But yeah. I agree, man. I think it looks awesome. And you know what? I hope we get the chance to ride it together. I really hope that happens sometime. That would be awesome, man. But thank you, dude, for the $10. You're crazy. You're crazy there, but I appreciate that. I'll have to pay you back sometime. Now, where were we here? So Master Builder was saying about the Mosasaurus Stadium as if you're above water, and then the screens kind of showcase you going down. The problem with that is the flow of the ride, the capacity of this ride needs to keep moving. They can't really stop you in an attraction like this, like a water attraction that that is a pre-existing attraction that never had that capability before. They would have to really reconfigure the capacity for this ride, lower the capacity if you're going to stop people, because if you're going to stop them, you can't push out the boats as fast as usual. So they want to get people going through this ride, because right now it's got a 4-hour wait, and if you stop it, you're talking 6-7 hours now. So I don't think that's the case, because they would have had to stop that to make it seem like you're actually going down, and then move it, which they couldn't certainly move it to kind of showcase that. But I think what they did is fine. It doesn't make any sense theoretically, but it's fine. It's cool the way it is. I'm fine with it. But let's see here. Yeah, the 3D Cree here says the way the multiple screens work together really sell the Mosasaurus and the splash of the water. Yeah, I agree. The multiple screens, the way it seamlessly swims between those screens is incredible. Now, looking at it, I don't know if it's just one panel here and one panel there and another panel there. For all we know, it could be one giant screen. Maybe that's possible. I don't know. Sorry, I'm actually looking at it on Twitter. I know you guys can't see that. Yeah. However seamless it is, it's beautiful. It looks awesome. So that is really, really cool. And the splash effect is really awesome as well. I love that. And what is supposed to happen in this scene is, depending on the time of day, the lighting will change in the waterway. So it looks like it's either raining when you're out there, or it's sunny when you're out there, or it's nighttime when you're out there. It really depends on what's going on outside of the attraction. They want it to be a seamless transition. Because it's kind of not working theoretically, they want to make it seamless as possible, I guess. So I don't know if I have seen it at nighttime, but it didn't necessarily look like nighttime. I'll have to rewatch again after seeing a few of these elements more and more. So I'm interested, though, to see how drastic the difference is when it's raining and stuff. And, in California, it doesn't really rain all that often. So hopefully the effect works really well. I would be really interested in seeing this in Orlando, where the weather changes constantly. So that'll be really cool. Yeah, Master Builder again says they should have had the Jurassic World version of the Raptor paddock. I agree. That should have been there. Just imagine that. An Owen animatronic. So you don't have to do anything too crazy. You just have an animatronic of his back and the back of his arms and stuff like that. So the front, you don't need to see a face. You don't have to build and sculpt a face to look realistic or anything. So you just see him doing the motion, doing this whole thing. To the Raptors. You have 3 animatronic Raptor, 4, however many you want in there. What is there? There's 4, right? Yeah. That would have been really, really cool, but that's not the case. So we have the old Raptor paddock instead. Jurassic Room says they feel like they try to reuse too much. Yeah, I agree. Skipping ahead here, let's see. Oof, man, we got a lot of stuff. Yeah, Tal, I'm going back to you here. You said the harsh judgment is a bit too much overall. It's a decent upgrade. I agree. I really agree. I am kind of critical of some of the elements, but I think the harsh reaction is a bit much. Like, we need to look at this thing overall and see that this is a pretty major upgrade. It really is, to take out that entire first lagoon and add in the Mosasaurus tank. That's incredibly big. The way I talked about the top of the facility with the T-Rex Kingdom, that's pretty major to add. They took out the T-Rex that popped its head down. They added the Indominus Rex. Now they added a full Indominus Rex off to the side. Like, this is not just a reskin. A reskin would have been, you put some logos and maybe those TVs and some other stuff like that. They actually really, really built and constructed some brand new stuff and really demolished some other stuff. So this needs to be looked at as if it's a big upgrade. It's not just a small reskin. So kind of like pull it back a little bit, guys. Like this is pretty good what we got here. Yes, it is lacking in some areas, maybe even boring in like the Raptor Indominus paddock area. But if that's the most boring section of the ride, I'm okay with it because there's at least some stuff to look at. But I think overall this is a pretty good upgrade. I am very happy with it. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna. We've been going for an hour now, guys. I did not intend to go for an hour. I got a late start here trying to figure out this new system. I know my green screen is not exactly working there. It's kind of you can see it's a little gray, so I'm still working on all that. I kind of just rushed. It was like 10 o'clock when I decided to do this thing. So, yeah, I hope you guys had a good time here. I'm very excited that we're working on this new feature here for the show. I think this is really fun to add this new live stream element here for you guys. I am very excited that we're finally capable of doing that. It's been a long time coming. So, yeah, but I'm gonna cut it off here, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. Find all of our articles, our episodes, videos, everything else that we got going on there. We have always a ton of articles and stuff, all about Jurassic, about dinosaurs, about anything. So make sure to check that out. Head to Twitter, follow us at Jurassic Park Pod. Over on Instagram and Facebook, just search for the Jurassic Park Podcast. You'll find us. And over on Facebook, we do have a private group. So if you guys are followers here on the podcast or our videos and stuff like that, or if you do listen to the podcast, go subscribe to be a member of our private Facebook group. There's always cool conversations, polls, videos, all kinds of cool stuff going on in there. So just search for the Jurassic Park Podcast in groups and make sure you answer the 2 questions, because if you're not answering those, you're getting declined. Sorry. So you got to make sure you answer those questions, get them right. We want to keep it very strictly listeners of the podcast. We don't want, just a full assortment of Jurassic fans, which is great, but there are groups specifically for that. So we want to keep a nice, tight-knit collection of listeners and subscribers and stuff like that, because the conversation really centers along what happened on the podcast, what we've been talking about lately in the videos and stuff like that. So make sure to answer those questions. But also here on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, comment below. I know you guys have been going nuts. It's actually on this side. Still getting my directions right on the chat over there. So, get the chat comments now in the bottom, in the actual chat section. Get that thing going, get that started, chat with everybody. Let me know, what do you think of this ride? Since I didn't get through everybody's comments, I really appreciate you all commenting on the side over there. But now start the conversation below. But yeah, subscribe, share this video around, tell everybody you've been watching us here on YouTube. Again, I really appreciate you watching this video. So thank you so very much. But that's it, guys. Thanks again and enjoy.